So the first topic I think which raised a lot of eyebrows last night was the inclusion of Saurabh Tiwari. Am I fan Harshit Agrawal? What's your thoughts on that?
It was an absolute shocker for me. As an MI fan, I was literally thinking that Ishan Kishan will play at 4. So, and now Saurabh Tiwari has performed decently well in the last game. He scored some 42 out of 31 balls. So he has played his part. Now the thing with MI is that it will be interesting to see basically that they will be backing Saurabh Tiwari to come good in the next few games, or if he fails to perform in the couple more games, then will they go back to Ishan Kishan or they will get an extra all-rounder in the form of the Vijay Deshmukh? And Pandey is literally not contributing anymore with the ball. So it will be interesting to see how it goes.
Well, yeah, that takes it to a lot more interesting discussion where we talk about Hardik Pandya. Why Hardik didn't bowl last night? Okay, when are your thoughts on that?
Actually, even that raised a lot of eyebrows, to be honest. I mean, it was a shocker. Maybe he could have bowled like 1 or 2 overs, but I don't know why he didn't bowl the 18th over, because Krunal Pandya was bowling, considering that, two left hand batsmen were there. And I don't know, I mean, what was that? I mean, so yeah, maybe he came back after two major surgeries, but still, I mean, it's just bowling 1 or 2 overs. But I don't know, because if he doesn't bowl, then what's the role of Hardik Pandya in this team? Because I mean, will he play as a batsman, or will he play as a batting all rounder? But that is a big question mark, because that changes the complexion of this team. So yeah, because he can be a fifth bowler. I mean, so yeah.
Yeah, and in fact, Mumbai has paid a pretty handsome amount for him at this auctions. So, Harshit, how do you see it? I still feel that, there's still a niggle going on with Hardik Pandya, but Rohit Sharma is short of a bowler. How do you solve this problem?
Yeah. So basically, as I said, if Saurabh Tiwari doesn't perform in the coming games, so that creates an option for them to get extra or someone like Digvijay Deshmukh who can come in. Or I have heard quite much about the Prince Balwant Rai Singh. Press conference of Mumbai Indians. They were talking about him. He is an exciting all-rounder who can bowl leg spin and can be handy with the bat. So that's the option which MI is having at the moment. It will be interesting to see how it goes from here now.
That's very interesting. Let's see how Mumbai does it. Okay, but again, there's one guy who bowled really well last night. That was James Pattinson. I was like, that came as a surprise to me. I didn't knew that he would be able to make it to the playing 11, but my word, that wicket, that in swinger, oh, that was good. What say, Vinay?
Yes, I mean, James Pattinson, he is a good bowler. I mean, from Australia, he's a very good bowler. The only issue with James Pattinson is injuries. I mean, he is very, very injury prone. I thought, okay, fine, Nathan Coulter would have made a cut, but there are reports that, there is a niggle going on. But on these UAE pitches, playing four fast bowlers, I think it will be a bit of a question mark, because the way, last game, it was supporting some spinners. I think as the tournament goes on, Mumbai will suffer, will because they don't have a reliable spinner, like somebody who can just change the game. Like, so for example, in RCB you have Chehel, in KKR you have Kuldeep and Narayan, in Chennai you have Jadeja, Piyush Chawla. Like, there are many spinners, but who was that reliable spinner in Mumbai who can take wickets in middle overs? Because the problem with Mumbai is that they are not able to take wickets in middle overs, and that was evident last night. So yeah.
Yeah, yep, I agree. And in fact, the way this guy bowled, they're just playing with one leg spinner, right? And with Krunal Pandya playing as an all-rounder, they still need to figure out some options in spin department, right, Arshit?
Yeah, as I said, like they just have another leg spinner option in Prince Balwant Rai Singh. Either they have to go with him or they can bring a much controlled bowler in Jayant Yadav, who can be quite handy with the bat. Then talking
Mm-hmm.
about Kunal Pandya, he wasn't really well in the last year's IPL as well as, and so maybe Kunal Pandya's action can be on cards if he doesn't come good in next games. So you might see someone like Jayant Yadav playing the game because he is someone who is a much control bowler who can, you know, bring the ball, take the ball away from the left hander. So that's the one possibility that they have. Else they bring in the Prince Balwant Rising. These are the two viable that the Mumbai can go for.
Exactly. Okay, I'm not a big Ambati Raidu fan, but oh boy, he was good last night. He was good.
Yes, totally. He was. I
Yo.
mean, he was. I
Mhm.
mean, because I mean, he has been performing well for Chennai. The reason why he's been performing well for Chennai is because Mumbai Indians. He did play well for Mumbai Indians. I agree, but the reason why he's flourishing under Chennai Super Kings, two reasons. One, he's batting high up the order because he's not playing as a floater like how he used to play in Mumbai Indians. Second, you need a calm captain like Dhoni to just give him that sort of a confidence, that sort of a freedom that, okay, boy, just play your game. So yeah, even doesn't matter. Even if you don't play well in 4 5 games, it's okay. I'm backing you. So that is why he is flourishing in the yellow jersey.
Yep, yep, yep. Harshit, what's your call on Ambati Raidu? See, because you know, right, I'm not a big fan, so I don't know how to react to this. But yeah,
Uh, yeah. So coming on to Ambati Raidu's performance last night, Ambati Raidu was really, really good. Uh, at the start of the innings, he was looking really rusty to the incoming deliveries of James Pattinson, Trent Bolt. It was like his wicket is on cards, but all of a sudden, I think the no ball from the Bumrah changed the game because that helps sometimes to batsmen to open their arms. So that's sometimes that gives the freedom to the batsman and helps to create the momentum. And after that, as we saw, he was all over the park. That the inside out shot over the covers was really good. So he
oh
was really
yeah,
good last night.
yeah. Mm-hmm. Yes. In fact, guys, one interesting point which I just want to talk about is Jasprit Bumrah. What has happened to Bumrah? Where is Bumrah? Last 5 games, while he was playing for India, also majorly wicketless. How are we dealing with this?
Okay. See, it won't be much of a worry. Yes, I mean, there are concerns because he is not performing well like over the last few months. First of all, he came back from a major surgery again. And I think the teams have become smarter. Now, what they're doing is they're just counter attacking him. Okay, they won't take much of a risk like initially. Once they analyze the conditions, once they analyze the situation, then they just go for it. I think now teams are trying to figure out Jasprit Bumrah. Yes, I mean he is an amazing bowler, but to become a great, you have to overcome your weaknesses. You have to bring some subtle variations. So yeah.
I think it's not about the variations anymore. It's just that people are, not taking him so very seriously. Is what I feel. See, the batsmen have got that much of courage. I saw Mati Raidu just walking down the track and hitting him over his head. But yeah, that's a big problem for Mumbai Indians. I think so. Yeah, Arshit.
Bumrah was okay, so it was a bad game for him. But I think we should move on from that game and let's see how it performs because it was a tough condition to bowl last night. The ball was real wet, so it wasn't gripping at all. So then the batting got easy under the lights. So it's really being critical to Bumrah. So let's wait and see how it performs in the next game.
Oh yes, oh yes. Okay, now the interesting topic for the day. Chennai's fielding, guys. Oh, as we all knew that Chennai has it's actually the Chennai Senior Kings right now. But what was happening there? As in, I could see a lot of misses. Talk about ki.
Yeah, yes, I mean, they, yes, they were sloppy initially, but yes, Faf du Plessis was very good. He was very good. He took some sensational catches. I mean, he was really good. But again, Chennai has to improve the fielding, which is why they have to play Sam Curran, um, Ravi Jadeja, and all these young players because I mean we all know that I mean Shane Watson is not a gun fielder, so I think
Oh yeah, Piyush Chawla.
yes, Piyush Chawla, yes. I mean, he's not a gun fielder. So I think fielding will be a bit of an issue, and that too in UAE conditions where it's really hot. The grounds are big, so yeah, it's going to be a bit of a worry. But that is the challenge. I mean, Chennai is a team where they just recover like from problems. Like many people are talking about, oh, how will they play without Rena? How will they play without Baji? COVID cases, this problem, that problem. But boy, yesterday they played as if everything is normal. I mean, so yeah.
Yeah. In fact, did they really miss Suresh Raina last night? Or was it covered very well by Faf du Plessis? Yeah, Arshit?
I think Faf played the run-off part basically. If you see, Ambati Rayudu was counter-attacking the bowlers, and from the other end, Faf was holding the wicket. So if you would have seen, the strike rate of Faf was around 100 to 110. So that was the plan. What basically Rana used to do for them basically. And coming to the fielding thing, I think we all are used to now this. If from last 2 years, it's been evident that Chennai is never being good in the fielding. Even Dhoni has criticized them. As a captain, he has criticized that. Okay, we are under the mark in the field, so let it be. We can do better in the other departments.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Okay.